So it's probably about 11:30 a.m. right before noon on a Thursday. And we spoke about this time coming, and now it's here. Today I'm going to start sealing up the entries in the walls and ceilings that I've had to make in order to install a new AC drain. So probably going to start with the easiest one today because I doubt I'll get all this done today. That's why I'm starting today, Thursday, hoping that I'll be done by the weekend. And hopefully I'll get this video up by then too. But anyway, I'm going to start in the front, right there in the entryway where the problem first arose. I'm going to go up in there and I'll put down my first 23.5-inch panel. And then we'll go ahead and take a measurement to make a cut for the next one. Let's see how that goes. Let's go do it. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna try and hit that 100-degree mark out here today. So it's the perfect time to get inside, do a little work inside. Let's see what else I'm gonna need here. Pretty sure I'm gonna need a box of screws at least. Perfect. I think those will work. Alright, let's get in here. Kind of hard to do with one hand now. Full hand at that. Watch it, sure. The judges. Alright. Let's get over here. See what we're looking at, alright? There's our piece there. So, let me get you set up. Real quick, let me run you up here and give you a look at what I did. So, this is where the problem originated. Here. And you can see there the black line and then the connection there that's made. That's where I started the new drain line. So it comes out here, and over here I can show you exactly how it goes over into the next room. There, that clear line. That's all the new line that I ran all the way to it exits the side of the building. Alright, let's get this panel on. I just hope I got a charge. Didn't really put one on it. It's been off the charger probably 2 days, so see if we can get through this. I hope if I take a screw or two with me, right? see that going on here. Ah, it's on the wrong side. Switch it around. So as you can see, it looks like my second piece is going to be pretty much a replica of the first one. So my sheets are 24 by 24 square. So I'm going to need to knock a 1/2 inch off in one direction. Alright, like I said, absolutely nothing fancy going on here. In fact, I'm using a piece of trim as my guideline. I'm going to just go ahead and see if I can't razor cut this in. Like about so. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but we do want to get. See, the thing is, when you're cutting such a small piece off of your sheetrock, and for such a long length, it tends to crumble a bit, and sometimes you can lose a little bit more than you want. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. Just try to stay outside the line as much as I can. Most of it seems to just fall away as you hit it. Since I did hit it initially with the razor, kind of helped it along a little bit. Hoping I'm staying within that line. There it goes. Looks a little jagged, but I think it's gonna work. Take a look at what we got here. Huh? Nice finished piece, right? That'll be the one going up next. Well, you know, I did pretty good on that cut for a freehand almost. Right at 23.5. That's exactly what I needed. Alright, let's get it up. Okay, one more measurement I forgot. We're going to need to bring that back in a little bit closer. So we're not going to be able to run the full 24 inches outward. So we're looking to bring it in to 22 3/4. So we're going to go ahead and mark that one off. Right in there. That way we'll make sure that we're going to be able to fit in our space there once we get to hanging them. By the way, I thought I had mentioned that our ceiling joists run about 24 inches apart, and our wall studs run 16. Just something to know. Alright, let me get this cut out and we'll be ready to head in. Let's see if this one will just break off. Alright, that'll do it. Alright, let's go ahead and check our measurements real quick. From here to here, we have our 22 3/4, and from here to here, we have our 23 1/2. Alright, I think we're ready. Alright, see if we're gonna get it to sit right this time. Hopefully. Let's see. Oh, the other way in. It's hard to get it all the way back there. Be sure. Come on. It's like just that little. There's a nail up there. Oh. All right. Let me get this removed real quick. Alright, let's try this again. Make sure we don't have any more obstructions. Like there was a nail sitting right up in here. So, had to remove that. Wasn't allowing me to get the piece in there. Looks like we're ready to go now. Let's try this again. Alright, here we go. There it is. There it is. Let me try to get a screw in there. This is the hard part. Here we go. Let me see if I can try to shoot one up in the angle here. That's a holder. Alright, so we got our ceiling back in here in the entryway. So the next thing I need to do is to go ahead and get some tape in the mud, and we'll get it taped and floated out and get it ready for the next part of the process. Alright, let's do that. Okay, well, before I go starting another part of the operation, which would be the mudding and what have you, before I start that, I want to go ahead and get the rest of our areas up to date, up to par with the rest of the ceiling over there. So what I want to do is I need to get in here and trim everything out to the studs. You can see inside there where the stud is in the back, so I need to make sure I cut all my walls out to the studs, and they should be 16 inches apart, but we'll check that out as soon as we get there. But for now, here we go. You want to make sure that when you're stubbing this stuff out, or trimming it out rather, you want to make sure you go ahead and expose that 2x4 there, because that's where you're going to want to make sure you mount your wallboard when you go back in. So make sure you get that. Well, like I said, I knew I wasn't going to be able to finish this project today, but I was able to make a few steps in the direction of finishing up. So, with that being said, just looking around here, you got the walls are starting. I still got all of this up here. So I'm giving myself till Saturday, which means I should have a video up by Sunday. I need you to hold me to it. Alright, I gotta get to work. Thanks for hanging out, guys.